Hey. So, like everyone else, you can't go anywhere. You can't go hiking, you can't go camping. So, figure what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you one of my one of the razors I have here for shaving the head. Now, as you can see, it's pretty short already. But usually what I do is I shave this maybe every 5 to 7 days. This is the Merkur 34c. It's a double edge. There's a blade on each side. Double edge. Just got a little leather case for it, just to protect it, because if you go to grab this thing cuts. This thing will cut you. Yeah. So what are you guys doing? Not much. You can't go to no provincial parks. You can't even hike. You can't camp. You can't now go on crown land. So not unless you have private property, you're not going nowhere now. And yeah, so you can't really do much. So, and I was just planning on, like, I went and did all that searching out on my last video to do that winter camping trip. I couldn't wait to go. And I did get my underquilt finally. It just came in the last minute, and I was like, oh Craig, I get to use this new hammock quilt. Yeah, from Hammock Gear. Can't use it. Winter's over with. Now I'll still like to go out and try it out to see how it works once everything's calmed down. But yeah, so just gonna give you a tip here. So some stuff I never talk about usually on my channel is preparing or prepper stuff, which a lot of people, I watch a lot of prepper channels. I consider myself a prepper. I don't really advertise it. I've always so when this whole crap happened, I'm always prepared for at least 2 or 3 months anyways. Always. I always have stuff on hand. So like I switched to these way back to this, or maybe 2 or 3 years ago, because I was using those your disposable blue ones. And they're just, you can't, when I first started shaving my head, you can't shave with those. You'll go through 2 of those and they'll just take you forever. They just gum up. So I wanted something a little bit more and less expensive, and it didn't take up so much room. So the same way I treat my camping gear, compact and small, this is the way I live. Just the way I live. Everything compact and small. So there's 10 of these in here. So you got to think, I got 10 of these, and these are the feathers. There's 10 in a pack of double edge razor blades. These things are awesome. Things are awesome. They are razor sharp. They're one of the top lines because they're sharp. They're known to be sharp, and I have cut myself several times with them. So you got to be careful. So yeah. So very careful with these. So I went with this here to put in my kit. It just stays there. It's like I got enough of these to last me a year, because you buy them in what is it, 50 or 100 or something? I don't know. Like, I got enough. And so when I'm using one of these, this one here, I've already shaved my head with. So I leave it on there until I go to do my, my head shave again. So what I do with this one during the 7 days that I don't use it, it's just for trimming up. It's just for trimming up here and underneath here. That's all I use it for. So once 5 or 7 days, I'll flip out the blade in here and put a new one in. You can get 2 head shaves out of one blade. It does grab a bit. Like, they get dull pretty quick, especially because you're doing hair. This is meant for beard hair, which I've never used yet. So because I've never shaved my beard off. So yeah. So I usually won't use one blade at a time, because I got so many. Like I said, because I got so, and they're so compact. They're just like, they don't take up no room. So I don't have to buy blades for, like, I got enough for almost, I bet you, a year and a half or almost 2 years. It's just the way, because they come in a small package, a whole bunch. You don't need it. So this takes a lot to get used to. When I first got this, there's a lot of weight to this. Like, this is the Merkur 34c, and a lot of the women use this. When I came across channels way back, they're using it to shave their legs with. So it's for the women too. Like, so but you got to be very careful because of so it looks like I have my finger on the blade. I don't. There's a bar down here. It's how I hold it to guide it when I'm shaving. So when I'm shaving my head, I'll shave. The first time, you got to do it twice. I'll lather up, shave this way, then I'll lather up and I flip it around. So you always got to make sure, I try not to change that. So I know when I go to flip it, when I go to do when I shave back, the opposite way, I got a fresh blade again. Then I just leave that on there, rinse it back out, throw the case back on, and then I just use that now for touching up around here for the week. So, and I'll show you how I do that. Just a minute. I'm trying to work in a confined space here, it's not good. So when you open these up, you gotta be careful, be very careful. I just open up the one side, I kind of push that up to grab it, to get it off of there. I try to grab, then I'll just grab that and pull that. You'll cut yourself just taking this out of the case, I've done it before. Grab the edges, you know. Now usually I just lay everything down, but I'm not going to move the camera, so I'll just drop that on there. Yeah, falls right in place. This is a fresh one. I'm going to put a fresh blade on, like I normally do. That goes in there, grab that, just start screwing the handle. Now some people say, when I was doing research, they say just to grab that and keep that straight. So I do it. I don't see the blade sliding, like, it doesn't slide around in there because it has two holes, it has to go in. So that's it, that's a fresh blade on there. Then you take your old one. This is the old blade. You take this case here, see that? On the back, you just dispose of your old one. I bought another thing before and I was dumping them in it. But I like to be small and compact, so when these 10 are gone, they all fit in the back, and I just throw this in the garbage, gone. I throw off this paper. So very simple. So what I'll do first now, because I already switched the blade out, so I'm gonna shut this off, I'll turn it back on in a minute. I'm just gonna trim up around here first, with this, and around here. That's what I first do. Then we'll get back to the head shaving. And if you have longer hair, you're gonna have to use trimmers first. You can't go ahead and just grab one of these and it's not gonna work. So you got to shorten your hair a bit. And I've done this several times where I know how long my hair is. So if I let my hair grow too long, I'd have to get clippers out to cut it before I even use that. But I've done it so much now, I'm really fast at it. At first you won't be. You'll be a little slow because if you're not careful, you're going to cut yourself. Be back in a minute. So you can either fill your sink up, swish it around, or just turn the tap on and off. That's all I usually do. I just turn the tap on and off and rinse this out. So you see some soap here. Now I don't put much up here because I want to see the line. I want to see where the line is on both sides. This is too much. I'll rub this out. I just need a little bit on there to glide that. And then down here, I just throw it around there. So all I'm doing is you're going to see me cut myself here in a minute if I'm not careful. You can hear that. You can hear that cut though. I just want some of that soap off so I see where my line is. Now I'm using the feather blades. Some people don't like these because they're too sharp. I figure, hey, when I first got them, I'm sticking with the best, right? You pay a little bit more for these, but so like I'll go in just around here and there, but not much. Then I'll just grab back here. Can't move around too much with this because looks like I didn't get too much soap on that one side. Now I'll go up or down on this, it doesn't really matter. But I can already tell because I put a fresh The fresh blade makes all the difference. Usually you'll cut yourself with something dull before something sharp, but see that there? I get my finger in the way. I've cut myself doing that. Just trying to hold the beard up. That's it. So we're kind of good there. So yeah, so already trimmed up here, already done. This is done. Now I'll shave this. So this is soap off. This is what you look like. And I'm just using dollar store. I'm just using Gillette. I'm just using this stuff. I've used the other stuff, the expensive stuff. But I find just that regular stuff, it just glides better. So you're just gonna take this. Turn this camera. If we can. Working in a tight area here. Step back. So what I do with this, I just start anywhere with this. I'm going forward first. You can likely hear that blade. I'll rinse that off. You kind of get the, I'm just going down, you'll know after using this, you gotta get the right angle. There's a right angle. There's quite a bit of weight to this, so you gotta be, Now, when you're going around your ear, you gotta be careful here. And this way, I'll just pull that out of the way. Now to do the back, I usually use another mirror and I flip around. So around here, I take my time around here to trim this up. Sometimes I'll just get rid of the soap out of there, just so I don't Then sometimes I'll turn this blade upside down. And I'll do that on the same side. And whatever you don't get, you're going to get when you go turn the blade around and do it the opposite way. You're going to get the back. So don't worry about that. So I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to do the other side and then we'll turn this back up. So, I shut that fan off, you won't hear me. Things were fogging up in here. I couldn't see. I just have a cheap mirror. I couldn't see, the mirror was fogging up. Usually I have the fan on. I had the hot water going there a little bit and it was steaming up. This is steam I couldn't see. So usually what I'm doing, I'm grabbing this mirror and I'm holding this behind. This is what I'm using behind to make sure I get everything. You don't have to. You can usually feel it too, because usually when I'm doing the second one, I'll do a lot without the mirror because I got most of it already, so it's more just feeling and running the blade over. So yeah, so it's all I'm using. Cheap mirror. Another thing is when I set this down all the time, the blade that I was using. Sometimes how I know you can see here, if you look at the bottom of the blade, you'll see there's some soap residue on this side. It always sticks there. This side is clean. So right now, I'm gonna go do my final one now. So now I'll just wipe that off, because now I'm going back against the grain. So I'll just rinse that off. So it's all clean. So I gotta flip that. I just want to get my money's worth out of the extra blade on the other side, right? So now I got the fresh blade, which is here. So I make sure I set that down like this, so I grab it. Once I start using it again, it'll get some soap residue on it, and then I'll know it's that side. But yeah. So for one side of the blade, this way, the other side the opposite way. The second one's, you always gotta do it twice. You always gotta go against the grain. You won't get it all. So be back in a minute. When you do your second one, don't put too much in your hand, because it just goes on better the second one. Then I'm just gonna take this. Doesn't matter, like I said, where you start. You can start anywhere you want, but I like to always start right here, and just. Trying to look at the mirror and on this camera. You get quite a bit off of the second one going the opposite way. And the reason I like these, because the hair will come out. The hair comes out of the, you know, right there in that little strip. So I rinse that out. It falls right out. If you have the disposable ones, they'll clog up. You'll need like you'll have to use about 4 of those likely. And they just won't do a good job. So at first when you do this, just take your time, just go very slowly. It's when you're using the disposable ones, they very rarely nick. You can mess around, but these ones here aren't like that. So if you're not careful, you will and everyone likely has their own technique of how they do it. So you'll find yours. So now the back. I'll grab this mirror. What I'm doing now, I'm just lining up. I'm just holding that mirror like that, and I'm just going against the grain, kind of. Like, you can hear that cut, I'm pretty sure you can. So once I get all that done, I'll put the mirror away. And now what I'll do is I'll just usually wet my head there, and I can feel like there's quite a bit that Yes, so I'm just some parts, you know, everyone, it grows in a little bit more here. Well, not right there, it doesn't, but it's a little darker, so you got your bumps and grooves right in your head, so you. So I'm gonna go finish this. I'll be right back. Because after this, I'll just keep feeling around. I'll just keep running this over very slowly, just to get it all. But as you can see, I got a little. See that? Where's it? See there? Little neck there already. Yeah? That happens. I've had worse, but. I'll be back in a minute. So as you can see, you know, there's the. No, I'm no professional, but I've been doing this for a while. I stopped going to the barber a long time ago. You know, that's when I had hair. Well, I still do. I just don't like it long. I grow it out once in a while. Not much. I don't grow it out much. But there's a couple times there I have, and I was like, well, this is pretty cool. So it's optional for me to, if I want it or not. I choose not to. And I also trim my own beard. Now, this is easier than this. Wait, and you gotta, if anybody has a beard, now I'm not gonna trim, I already trimmed this once. I don't need to trim this again. You gotta get yourself a Kent comb. You can't use any other comb because you can run this through your beard without tangling up. Like I can run this through. Like, and that's the wide side. I can take the small side. The small side usually for your mustache, but I can take that small one. Look at that, right on through. It might pull the odd hair, but it doesn't hurt. It goes right through. And you also gotta get the. Now it's from the beard bearing because I get my beard off, remember. And then you gotta get the proper stainless steel, nice stainless steel scissors for trimming. Very sharp. No, I use clippers. I use way back I was clipping my hair. I don't clip no more. The only thing I use the clippers on is here. And you'll come up with your own. Everyone's different. When you do a YouTube search, everyone comes down, up, around. I've tried different variations of it, and I've messed it up several times. I did another one way back when I trimmed it, messed it all up. So that means when I messed it up, I had to take it down a little bit lower. So right now, I'm kind of liking it where it is now. But I'd like to shorten it up again in the summer, maybe not. But yeah. Remember, if you're ever doing your beard though, it's crumbs. If you go to the beard baron, one of the things he suggests, remember, it's always crumbs. When I go to trim this, man, like, there's a lot in the sink, but it's not much. It's very little. Like you're just getting the scragglies. You just when you're trimming, you're just getting a little bit. Like I love to go to a proper beard professional trimmer, but I don't know if there's any in Kingston. But I wouldn't mind trying it once just to see. But you know what? I like doing it myself that way. In case of stuff like this here, you know, I get the pandemic going on. You're self-sufficient. I can shave my head anytime. I can trim my beard at any time. It's just whenever I choose to, right? You maintain yourself. You don't have to rely on another source. As you can see what's going on already, us relying on other things right now. It's not working out so good, is it? That's why when this all went down, it didn't affect me. Well, I mean it does. I mean, I'll be unemployed soon, but yeah, it's going to affect me. But I mean, in other words, I'm already prepared. I already always have stuff. Like I always stocked up on toilet paper way back. I always bought 2 months in advance because I don't like driving out every time. So when I went to work on the way home, I'd stop by, pick up some. The only thing is when this happened, I did pick up a little extra, but not much more. So to me, and I always kept my gas tank full. I always kept it full just in case something happened. You know. And so then I just went online there, and another thing I did, I just paid my cell phone in 2 months in advance, just to keep ahead of it. So yeah, this here will likely change a lot of people how they, do things now. But yeah, so I was always a prepper, kind of in the background. But like I said, this will change people. But hey, yeah. So we don't really be doing we don't have to trim this. We don't have to trim the beard. Gotta love these combs though. It's great. That way. And when you go to clean this back out, just open the blade up. Just open this up a bit, unscrew it. It opens up sometimes the hair will get caught in there. And quite a bit of it was in there this time. So I'll dry it off. Sometimes I'll give it a good cleaning once in a while. Just, the blade's still in there though. So that goes back in the leather case. So I don't accidentally grab it when it's in my bag and cut myself. Here. And after, guys, so I always trim, shave the head, then jump in the shower, come back out. If you do have some dry, like right now I'm pretty good. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes, most of the time I do. Very little though. You take a little bit of especially if you cut yourself. Got a little jar here, and I grab a bigger jar of coconut oil. That's from Dr. Bonner's, same as my soap. This stuff is Merkur. It's one of the best freaking moisturizers I've ever had. So sometimes I'll take a little bit of that, just rub that around there on my head. Good to go. If you don't put too much on though, man, you think it may be greasy, but it's not. But if you put too much on, yeah, you can't get rid of it. You have to wash your hands, and you're not really supposed to be putting it in the sink because there's an oil, right? So only a little bit, add as you go. You just need a little dab, and I'm good to go. Yeah, that will take all the dryness out and anything like that, so perfect. So, I likely won't even post this video. We'll see. Later. Hey, I'm back. Forgot to show you another tip there with the beard. When I get out of the shower, because it's still wet, so when I'm out of the shower, you can just comb it out. This is only for people with long beards, so don't worry. If you have a short beard, you don't have to worry about this. But what I do is get a hair dryer, turn it on, and straighten it out. There's another 5 minutes you won't get back if you're watching this video. And there you have it. That'll straighten it out, especially for the longer beards. It's quick. Some people use small little flat irons. I wouldn't try that. It would give you likely a straighter look, but that's what I do for that. And now, if you're going out or something, that's where you would likely put your beard oil in or something, but not going out, not going nowhere. So yeah, so that's and this here, well, I do this at night because I always shower at night. So you can comb it wherever way you want. Once this beard sometimes I'll start to comb it down this way to get the shape. Then later on when it gets longer, I'll start to shape it. I'll start to go back out on it. It makes a big difference. But yeah, that's how you straighten your beard. This will actually stay. Now this will actually stay in the morning. If I don't roll around or sleep on it or nothing, if I can just stay like this, it's one good thing about the hammock when I'm camping out in the hammock, because the way you can't really lay you gotta lay like this. So out there the beard will be fine. Like even if it's longer, and plus I carry a comb out there too, just in case I do wake up with beard hair. Same thing if you have long hair. If you sleep on your beard, you're gonna have beard. Oh, it'd be a mess. It's a mess, and a comb won't take it out. So if I was to, because this is a pretty good length right now, so if I was to sleep on this, which I have, it'll crease up here, and you can't get it down. So you have to wet it down. You have to put a lot of water on, like go get the blow dryer and straighten it back out. But it's one advantage of having a short beard, I think. So, but and you can. Makes a big difference when you you know, how you want to comb it out. If I was to put some beard oil in there and make it nice and soft, it makes a big difference. You know, the beard oil, it just, but you don't put that in there at night. Don't do that because that'll get all over your pillowcase. It'll be a mess. Because I find the beard oil a little greasy. But yeah, so that's it, guys. That's it. That's you know, not bad. So we'll check back in again later when I do a little hike around the city, maybe. So later, maybe we'll do like a video on men's grooming or something, eh? There's a lot of beard videos out there, guys, but men's grooming, yeah. I don't know about that. Oh yeah, I just cut my nails too. Bam. I know. We'll put nail polish on them later. Because, you know, I'm quarantined. I can't go out, so might as well. No, I'm not putting nail polish on. I'm not doing that. Later.
So I don't know if you can see, but look, my hair's growing. It's only like the next day. I already shaved this. This is the next day. So on the end of this video that you're seeing, that I did the other day, I'm adding this part to the end of it. But look at that. I got stubble already. The only thing about this is, when you go to put a toque on, when it's this short, it's like Velcro. It won't go on. My toque won't go on. Like, the hats will go on. But the toque won't go on. It's like Velcro. Until the hair grows out a bit, it's a little smooth. It's easier to get on, but right now you can get, no. Later. Toque on, when it's this short, it's like Velcro. It won't go on. My toque won't go on. Like, the hats will go on. But the toque won't go on. It's like Velcro. Until the hair grows out a bit, it's a little smooth. It's easier to get on, but right now you can get, no. Later. When you put a toque on, when it's this short, it's like Velcro. It won't go on. My toque won't go on. Like, the hats will go on. But the toque won't go on. It's like Velcro. Until the hair grows out a bit, it's a little smooth. It's easier to get on, but right now you can get,